Alright, welcome back to another video. So this video is not scripted or anything, just a little talk about what I'm doing in the moment. Last year, like February or something, was a guy contacting me on Forum 64 called Michael. And he wanted to learn how to use sprint layout and make a replica of the 250-407. He wanted to ask me how to do it, so I said, yeah, sure. So he started desoldering the board, and he got help doing that, I think, from his assistant at work or something. And then he got it scanned professionally, actually. So it's really nice scans. He started drawing it, so... But along the lines, it kind of stopped and everything, so he actually did the whole thing, and he started importing it into KiCad, and somewhere along the lines it stopped. So, and I was thinking, okay, this board is sold and stuff, so I maybe was contemplating maybe I should help him, like finish it or something, because I have the schematics for the KU motherboard, and just a few modifications, and this turns into a 250-407 schematics, which it is based on anyway. So, well, so I told him maybe I can do this, because there's not that much to do to make it work. I was thinking, but that was actually a lot of work. But so he sent me this board. He got it made at JLC PCB, I think. I don't know if he soldered it himself. He didn't tell me. So. But anyway, this is working. You saw it in the previous video, so that's really good. So thank you very much, Michael, for sending me that. Really grateful. And it's really useful. I don't have to connect a cassette player or SD to ISE or anything, or disk drive. So what I had to do was to clean up the sprint layout a little bit, and then I went into KiCad. I can show you the basic steps. I won't make it all over again, because there's a lot of this and that to get there. So let me just make a test project, call it 250-407 test or something like this, and then save it. Alright, so the first thing you do is to open the Gerber view, and then you open your Gerber files. I happen to have them all here, so these are exported from Sprint Layout, and it looks like this. So what you do here, you do a export to PCB new, which is KiCad's layout, and then just into your folder here, or the test folder. I'm just going to put it over the project's PCB file. I'll save it, and now it's going to ask me what are all these layers. So we have copper bottom, so you just say bottom copper, top copper is this one, outline is the edge cut, silk screen is the silk screen top or front, solder mask bottom, so B mask, and then top mask, then we have B mask again, top mask, and then OK, and nothing happens, but it's actually working. Yeah, so the next thing you have to do, which is a bit strange, yeah, we can just open it here. Next thing you have to do is to complain that it's not looking exactly what you were hoping for. Like, for example, here, what the hell is this? Like, just Alt3. You can have a look at the board. So you got all the traces, right? All the traces are here. But what's happening with these connectors with the SMD pads? turned into holes. So, but that doesn't matter at all, because what we can do, we can just remove them. And in my case, I have all these parts already. So now the other thing you have to do if you're really into making it a real replica. So for example, all these vias, these holes again, it's all about these holes again. They are not correct. So if I click down that one, you can see the via is 1.5 millimeters. That's not bad. But the drill is 0.4 millimeters. So you can't, if you want to hack this thing or modify it with some wires and stuff, like I like to put wires into these computers. That's what I'm living for. So then you can't have these small holes. That's the same thing with the 60 clone. They also have these micro vias. I don't like that. But if you can fix that, that would be really great. But that's not my problem anyway. So how the hell do you do that in KiCad? Well, that's what I was doing tonight. So there's something called global deletions. So you can take all vias and delete those. But there's no global edit. So what do you do then? Let's see. We are in 250 tests. So you just open the file like this. You get into a text editor. In my case, on the Ubuntu, this is Gedit. And then just find a via. And there you can see the vias. There's also something really weird about these vias. You can see there's no drill here. So there are, so somehow KiCad is just saying, oh, you are using the minimal via size. But if you put a via here like this, and such that, and we have to write something here that we sure that we can find it by search in the text editor. So let's just say something like 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Save, close. And then now we have to reload. Let's find that 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thing. And there you go. There it is. So it's at the bottom of the file. You can see it also adds a drill. So everything here is the same format, but this one is actually something else. So we will add the drill. So I think I will use 1.1 for drill, and then the size will be 1.6, because that is what I was using at the KU motherboard, as you can see here. It looks like this. So let me show you how that works. So first you can just check that they are really tiny. Show you that first. See, we have micro holes. So let's try changing those. Actually, I can just remove this via here that I added like this. It's just a text file, nothing more than that. So there you go. So what I can do is I can use something called regular expressions. So if you're into programming, you probably know already what that means. If not, it's just a way of matching patterns, like in a search and replace. So what we're going to change here is the size and the drill. So let's just replace everything. There you go. That's it. More talk than actually what I'm doing here. So I don't want to teach you regular expressions, actually. I don't know why I'm... But now you can actually see that the holes are bigger. So, and the vias are now great. Look, they are super. Actually, this extra opening here around the solder mask, that is something that comes from the sprint layout. So, but I think that's a bonus, because The original is like that. If I click in here, you can see that I get a lot of stuff from Sprint Layout, like bottom mask, front mask, and then you have the track. Well, that's the track anyway. And there's something in the middle, I think. Usually there's like a graphic something. So the place I'm at right now is that I have, this is also a problem and I don't really want to talk about because it's just something that was pain in the butt. Because I wanted to take the schematic from the KU motherboard into here and then just expand it. Well, I can copy paste files, but then you get a lot of errors and absolute, I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't work. So I just had to open Schema. And then, well, this is Schema, this is Schema. And the difference is, if you open it in a project, you don't have open here on the file. Well, here you do. So now I can open open this file, I can open another file, I can copy paste. So that's great. Now I can copy paste into my project. But what about the annotation? All these numbers like C and 4, like C47 here, they were gone. Yeah, that was sucked really bad. So, well, I put them all back again, and the second page is up here. Just double click, get into the second page. Great, so I'm done with that. Now I want to put all the parts in here. Just import them. Now we have all the parts. So, well, that's something I also have to do that I didn't tell you. I also had to put all the libraries from the KU motherboard in here, like this one. Anyway, that's working. So now you can see we have all the parts. So let's see. It's a bit funny how it arranges all those parts. These are parts that I've made in the KU motherboard. So a lot of work is now saved for me. I can just move them over. Probably have to modify some of them, maybe to make them look authentic or something. So there you can see the edge connectors. Now we have the joystick ports, like here. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yep. So there you go. I can see how they look like in 3D when they are not connected. Everything is fake, like these vias just hanging out in the wild there. So the first thing I want to do is to move this edge connector. Now I have actually removed those holes that I was complaining about. So when I move in a part here, I want to clean the footprint first. So I only get the KiCad footprint. So that I've done that, and let's turn off mask because it's actually in the way right now. There you go. So the deal here is that you can't, in KiCad, you can't put edge cuts. So I only have like drawn edge cut, like a guide. So I just have to put it in there, align it with the edge cut as good as possible, drop it, there you go. And now you can see these traces now automatically get the name of the signals on the footprint. So that's really cool. So the first thing that happened when I did that was finding mistakes. Like this capacitor here was missing 5 volt. The same here also. So I was spending a lot of time, and so was Michael, trying to find stuff missing, but this happens, so I can go on and do the same for this guy. Actually, I haven't done this yet because I was thinking of this video. So it's just a little video to show you how difficult it is actually to do a replica like this. Now I know a lot of new stuff is coming in KiCad 6. This is KiCad 5.1.5 actually. In 6 you can copy from the board here. You can take like a copy here and you can paste it into a footprint. I can't do that in KiCad 5. So when I wanted all these footprints from the other board with the drawings like here, I had to do it manually with text files like you saw me do before. So yeah, I don't want to show you that now, but I did it and it worked. So really happy about that. So this was a really different video than maybe you're used to. Just wanted to tell you that I'm working on something that a friend of mine was working on, and he was really happy that I took over, like in a year later when he started anyway. So I said, yeah, sure. So I don't have any big plans with it. I haven't thought about actually making this. So I was thinking maybe Boella, you know, he also has done a replica of the 326298. That's the first one. So I was thinking maybe I'd done 25407. So I was thinking, what's the point of doing this one then? But it's only the pictures out there. So so I think maybe it does exist somewhere. I don't know. And then you have the 60 clone, which is really great. Yeah, there you can see he has a 254.7, 466 and 469. I really recommend them. I was mentioning those micro holes. I don't really like that, but besides from that, these are really great copies, really great stuff. So, but you already probably know that by now. Actually, one funny thing on Facebook. Yeah, I posted the news that I had a KU motherboard. Like, look, here's the prototypes. I got them from PCBWay and stuff. And then there's this guy, I don't remember his name, but I don't want to hang him out anyway. He said something like, what's the point in this? Like, why not the 250 466 like this? And I didn't do it because I wanted a perfect system or anything. I just wanted a replica and I wanted a schematic. The schematic didn't exist on the internet. Maybe it exists in a corner or somewhere, but yeah. But the funny thing is that this same guy is now having a 60 clone. So he did build it himself, and like he didn't see the point. Then everyone started building it when the 60 clone came. So that's actually a good thing, I think. I think it's cool that people are building it, so yeah. So I guess that's it. Probably forgot 1,000 things I wanted to say, but so thank you very much for watching. I will definitely finish this project. I don't know when I'm finished because I am in the midst of renovating my new apartment. And hopefully this summer I can move in there and we'll have a bigger space for doing computer stuff. So thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate all the feedback and comments and everything, and all people on Twitter talking with me, and Facebook as well, and forum64.de. So yeah, so I think maybe the next video will be about the Kung Fu Flash. Many people have already made videos about that, but I have to study a bit more about it. It's a bit unknown to me what's going on there, so yeah. Hope you liked the video. It's just a little showing you how dirty this job is. So, okay, bye bye.